Welcome back to Supercar, the channel that puts the automotive world under the microscope. If you're watching this, you're either considering Dacia's largest SUV, the Bigster, or you're a proud owner who's been living with it for a while. We bought ours a year ago, and in that time we've put it through the ultimate real-world test, the daily grind. Does the Bigster still deliver on its promise of big value for a small price, or has that low price tag come back to bite us? Before we dive into the details, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our deep dive reviews and long-term tests. Now, let's see if the 2025 Dacia Bigster is worth your hard-earned cash 1 year on. The all-important question: has the Bigster broken down yet? Everyone knows Dacia's reputation for affordability, but after 12 months, does that translate to cheap build quality and unexpected garage visits? When you buy a budget-focused SUV, the number one fear is reliability. 1 year, and over 20,000 miles later, the Bigster has been surprisingly solid, mostly. Our specific model, the Hybrid 155, has had two notable software glitches. Early on, the infotainment system occasionally froze, requiring a full power cycle. That was a minor annoyance, but Dacia has since released an over-the-air update that seems to have completely solved it. The only other hiccup was a temporary false warning from a proximity sensor, which also cleared itself. Mechanically, it's been faultless. We've only been in for standard servicing, which, staying true to the Dacia brand, has been very reasonably priced. This car has been a workhorse, not a worry. So, performance and economy, are the numbers actually holding up? We all saw those initial fuel economy figures, but does the hybrid system still deliver those incredible miles per gallon after, a year of heavy use? The Hybrid 155 system is, honestly, the star of the show here. We've kept a meticulous log, and the real-world fuel economy is still hovering right around 60 mpg in mixed driving. That is genuinely phenomenal for an SUV of this size. Around town, where the car spends most of its time in electric mode, we've even pushed that figure higher. Performance-wise, it remains exactly what it was on day one: adequate. It's not fast, and the gearbox can occasionally feel a bit clunky when the petrol engine kicks in under hard acceleration, but for everyday driving, commuting, and family hauling, the power is perfectly sufficient. The key takeaway here is consistency. The efficiency has not dropped off. So, let's talk about the interior. How are the practicality and quality holding up after a year? Dacia promised rugged practicality, but are those hard plastics showing their age, and is the massive boot still a lifesaver? The interior of the Bigster is where those cost-saving measures are most obvious, and after a year we can finally give an honest assessment. Yes, there are hard plastics, especially on the door tops, and honestly, some areas are starting to show very minor scuffs. It's definitely not a premium cabin. However, we really need to talk about the practicality. The seats, specifically the microcloud synthetic TEP material, are a triumph. They wipe clean in seconds, which is just invaluable if you have kids or pets. The boot space is genuinely immense, easily swallowing luggage for a long family trip. That massive space is still the biggest selling point. The 10.1-inch infotainment screen, now that the bugs are fixed, is simple, clear, and perfectly functional with wireless phone mirroring. The Bigster's interior is built to be used, not just admired, and in that mission, it's definitely succeeding. So, what's it like to actually live with the Bigster day to day? The Bigster is comfortable, but does the lack of sophistication and its road noise become an issue over time? Well, on a long-term basis, the Bigster is honestly an easy car to drive. The steering is light, which makes city parking effortless. The ride is comfortable, cushioning you well from bad road surfaces. However, there are two things that are just undeniable. First, the noise. At motorway speeds, there's noticeable wind noise, and the engine can become quite vocal when you're pushing hard. It's not unlivable, but it's certainly louder than its more expensive rivals. Second, the handling is vague. There's body roll in corners, and the steering provides very little feedback. If you love driving, this is probably not the car for you. But, if you view your car as a comfortable no-drama tool for getting from A to B with the family and luggage in tow, the Bigster really excels. It's a very agreeable companion for the daily commute. Alright, final verdict. After 12 months of ownership, if we had to do it all again, would we still buy the Dacia Bigster? The answer is a resounding yes, but only if you know exactly what you're buying. The Dacia Bigster is an incredibly honest car. It's not trying to be a premium SUV. It is a large, rugged, exceptionally practical, and highly fuel-efficient family machine, all sold at an unbeatable price point. For its value proposition, it still absolutely crushes the competition. It's not perfect. You have to tolerate the basic interior trim, some road noise, and the unexciting driving dynamics. But, in return, you get rock-solid long-term economy, surprising reliability, and space that rivals costing $10,000 more just can't touch. If your priorities are value, space, and low running costs, the 2025 Bigster is still absolutely worth every penny a year later. What do you think? Are you a Bigster owner, or has this review put you off? Let us know in the comments below. And, hey, don't forget to like this video and check out our other long-term reviews right here on Supercar.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave.